Good evening, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and here we are back for some Mariners baseball. I am finally back after missing 2 games in a row due to Don't Quit Your Day Job, and I am happy to finally be back after a 2-game absence. And right now, this is my 11th show of the season. I have missed just 3 games this season total. And my magic number is now 89. Now, before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as we are going to get ready for some Mariners baseball, which will start in about 4 minutes. So, Mariners are in a very dire situation. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Mariners are sitting at 4-9, one of the worst teams in baseball, if not the worst team in baseball. Going up against the Houston Astros, who just got swept by the Colorado Rockies after having a 6-3 start. So not a good start for both of these teams. Mariners, there's a lot to be concerned because the offense is just absolutely just putrid. Let me give you an idea of how bad the offense is. Somehow, by miracle, the Mariners are 6th in strikeouts, as if it should be 1 in strikeout rate. They're the worst team in batting average of 191. On-base percentage of 290, that's 8th. Slugging percentage, they have the worst. Strikeouts, they have the second worst. Chase rate, they are 7th. Zone contact, they are the worst. And whiff rate, they are the absolute worst. So that has all got to change. Now let's go over the starting lineups for the Houston Astros. We got Jeremy Pena, Yordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve, Isaac Paredes, Christian Walker, Carlos Correa, Cam Smith, Loper, Fido, and Vasquez. As for the Mariners, we got J.P. Crawford. He will be leading off. Then we got Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. He's really got to get it going. Somehow he has 6 RBIs. And we got Julio Rodriguez. Then we got Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Luke Raley, Cole Young, Dom Canzone, and Leo Rivas will be playing at third base. As you can see, Brendan Donovan is not available as he went down with a cold. And yep, Daniel Berry, one of my regulars. Thank you for being here. Now, before we get started, consider joining my membership for my YouTube or my Patreon page.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.
All right, who do I got? I got people on Facebook. I got one on YouTube. Got one on Twitch. Let's get this going. And let's go over the pitchers for the Seattle Mariners. We got Emerson Hancock, who is off to a very good start. He has an 0.71 ERA. That may change against the Houston Astros. And we got Tatsuya Imai, the Japanese pitcher, as it seems. He's not off to a great start. So maybe this could be an opportunistic game for the Seattle Mariners. Let's make sure that they can get any kind of hits off of them because they desperately need hits like real badly. So let's get that going. Let's keep that going, shall we? Because I would really like them to. It's going to be a 4-game series, and we got Jeremy Pena coming up to the plate. Now here is going to be the first pitch, and it's going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. Jeremy Pena is batting .257, no home runs so far. He was one of the reigning rookies, and that's going to be a foul ball off of his foot, and that's going to be 1-1. In 2025, he batted .304, 17 home runs, and 62 RBIs. He's been one of the more steady shortstops for the Houston Astros. While we got Carlos Correa playing third base and Isaac Paredes playing second base. Now the pitch to Pena. And now here's going to be a popped up, and that's going to be Luke Raley making the catch. And that's going to be one away. And now it's going to be a strike. It's going to be Jordan Alvarez up to the plate. Jordan Alvarez is off to a very good start, batting .273 with 6 home runs. The pitch, that's going to be low for a ball. He was on my fantasy team last year, and I really missed him. I really wish he was healthy because it was costly to not have him. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. The sweeper is what they're talking about for Alvarez that has been working well for him so far. And now the pitch. And that's going to be foul ball. That's going to be strike 2. That was topping out to a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. As we're at 1-2. And it's a pretty packed house tonight. And, of course, when you got Astro fans and Mariner fans. As we are at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Maybe challenge that one. You want to get Alvarez out. I think that was in there. Wonder why Cal Raleigh's not calling for that challenge. Nope. Maybe it was a hairline, so maybe I would have risked it. As we're at 2-2. Now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball belted to deep. Nope, not deep enough. And Julio makes the catch with his blue glove. And that is going to be 2 away. Next, we got Jose Altuve up to the plate. As usual, he always draws boos. The Astros always draw boos. I really wish my friend Josh was here. This would be a great game for him to be at. Man, they really boo that guy a lot. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss right down the middle, and that is going to be strike 1. And now we're looking at the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And it's going to be 0-2 for Jose Altuve. He has the 3rd most hits of all time against the Mariners, behind Michael Young and Cal Ripken Jr., and that is going to be way out. So Cal Ripken Jr. used to be a killer, didn't he? We got 2 outs, nobody on. That's going to be a foul ball. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be caught. That is Leo Rivas making the catch, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. That was done within 15 pitches, a little bit higher than it should have been, but it was still a 1-2-3. And now we will go into the commercial break. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. And we are back from the break. Got J.P. Crawford now up to the bat. And now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball 3. J.P. Crawford is now working the count. He's taken over for Brennan Donovan in the meantime because of the injury. He's sick. We're at 3-0 for J.P. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now the pitch. It's going to be ball 4, take your base. So we got J.P. Crawford taking the base, and now it is going to be Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Let's see if he can do any kind of damage, which would be really nice. Cal Raleigh's batting 143. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 0-1 for the big dumper. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. As now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, and he is still fighting it off. But it's still very concerning that Cal Raleigh is only able to get fouls at best. Houston and the Mariners, they were both swept. Each of them were swept. As we are at 2-2. And now the 2-2. Outside for a ball 3. Julio Rodriguez will be on deck. Now we're at 3-2. And the throw to first. That's going to be not in time. And now the 3-2. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. Now we got Julio Rodriguez both up to the plate. He has an opportunity to bring in a run. RPG, it's cool that we are getting this game on local channels. Yeah, for only 10 games, right? How condescending could that be? Get it all for like 80-something. Or 162 of them. Come on. Don't make fans pay an extra $20. Like insanity. And plus, the servers on MLB.com isn't that great either. MLB TV does not have great servers. It still has long ways to go. Now they're having a chatter. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now the 0-2. And now here's going to be a high chopper that could be infield base hit. And the bases are going to be loaded. It's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. This will be the season with the series with the M's turn around. I hope you're correct. They keep showing the same freaking commercials. I get it. Mariners ad for the Mariners channel, but they can't show anything else. Well, I'm not that much better either. I mean, I show the same commercials too. Now the pitch. Oh, that gets away, and that's going to get a run in, and the throw to the plate, and that is not in time. And the Mariners get on the board as they take the lead on a wild pitch, passing Josh Naylor, and the Mariners now lead it 1-0. And we'll definitely take that. That pitch was hitting the dirt, and that just went past. And by the way, J.P. Crawford barely made it. He's really just not that fast. I almost thought it was going to be called out just for the funny. And now here's Josh Naylor up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball as it's going to be 1-1. Now the 1-1. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. We're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that was way high. That was a foul ball. Terrible swing by Josh Naylor. Just too much chasing. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. And it's going to be the bases loaded for Randy Arozarena. Mariners are very much in business to really break this open. Hope you guys are not too nervous because I am. We got Randy Arozarena batting .250. He's actually one of the best hitters on the Mariners right now. Hasn't really slugged much, though. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was right down the middle. I thought that was going to be blasted. He had a very good chance doing so. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And then a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Horrible swing by Randy Arozarena. As we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Oh, and that hits him, and that should get him to first base. And, yep, that's going to score in another run, bringing in Cal Raleigh. So the Mariners are playing forcibly small ball. It was by a wild pitch, and then Randy Arozarena getting hit. Yeah, that really hurts him. I hope he's okay. Someone's taking a look at him right now. And now next up to the plate, it is going to be Luke Raley up to the plate. Has a chance to do some damage. And Randy Arozarena is one of the leaders in getting hit by the pitch. We got to get some more. And now here's the pitch to Raley. Outside for a ball. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Catcher's challenging the call. Now it gets an act of desperation. And it's out. That's the ball, no doubt about it. And the Astros are going to lose their challenge. It was an absolute desperation challenge. As we're at 2-0. And that is going to be a strike. We're at 2-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be double play ball. And now the throw to first. That's going to be in time. I believe that is a double play. But that should get in another run to make it 3-0. And yep, it was a double play indeed. So that does kind of not make me feel too good about that. Yes, the Mariners got another run, but they really should have gotten a lot more. And Randy Arozarena feels that the tag was not applied by Isaac Paredes. They're trying to, yeah, he missed the tag. He missed the tag. And yeah, I think Dan Wilson's going to challenge this one. And I don't think he was that much off the base path either. Yeah, he did not tag Randy Arozarena. Yeah, he missed the tag. Didn't even tag him. Now, Rayling's out at first. I get that. Yeah, I think, and the fans are reacting very well to it. Yep, runner is safe. So there is no double play. Randy Arozarena will go back to first base. Arozarena will be at second. And it's going to be Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now here is Dom Canzone up to the plate. Now the pitch. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-2. For Cole Young. That's going to be inside for a ball. So not Dom Canzone, excuse me. That's going to be 1-2. Oh, yeah, yep, Cole Young is up. Now we're at 1-2 for Cole. And now the pitch. And then gets jammed up, popped up, and fouled. And by the way, within 7 days, I will be at the Mariners game against the Texas Rangers to throw one of my best friends a huge birthday party. So if you want to see me, just let me know. Hit me on the DMs. Astros bullpen already warming up. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That nearly got away. Catcher's been very busy today. Okay, why is the TV going off? And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. That was ball 3. I thought that was going to be an emergency alert system or something. All right, Cole Young is batting 261. He's got to get it going. We're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That is ball 4. Take your base. And now it's going to be Dom Canzone up to the plate. And here comes the manager of the Houston Astros. And I think he has seen enough. Already in the first inning, the Astros are going to their bullpen. And we are going to be back after this timeout. 4 walks for Imai. Oh my goodness. But Mariners took advantage, but they got to do more than just that. It's just not enough. I'm going to tell you that. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
And we are back from the break. And now they're already in the Astros bullpen, so it could be a long day as we got Stephen O'Care, who's given up 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks, 5 innings pitched. So still an opportunity, only 1 out, but it still could end in a double play at any time with Dom Canzone up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way outside and a swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Awful swing. Now it's going to be 0-2. And Canzone has not hit a home run since March. I mean, he's got to hit one at some point because he's not necessarily a small ball hitter either. Batting 200, he's got to get it going as we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And it just continues to prove that Canzone cannot hit against left-handed pitching. I mean, he is really a platoon player at best. But they still stuck with him because it's like, why waste the bat? And now we got Leo Rivas up to the plate. Has 3 RBIs, batting just 147. I mean, he's been taking everyday duties, and he's just not that guy to do it. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. I really feel like the Mariners should be doing more, especially with bases loaded. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to end the inning. Here comes Jeremy Pena. He makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. A very disappointing inning for the Mariners. Yes, they got 3 runs, but they still leave 4 men on base on an atrocious strikeout by Dom Canzone and a pop-up by Leo Rivas. So it's still a very underwhelming inning. Still a very underwhelming offensive inning for the Mariners. Astros very much got the momentum. Very disappointing inning for the Mariners. Now, what am I talking about? The Mariners just scored 3 runs, but the 3 runs only happened by a wild pitch, hit by a pitch, and a ground out. That was really it. And then Dom Canzone strikes out, lefty, and then Leo Rivas just popped it out. It's a very underwhelming inning. Wow, there's a lot of people watching Mariners games. Anchorage, if you're Alaska, you're a Mariners fan. If you're in Hawaii, they even have market share in freaking Hawaii? And that's going to be low for a ball. I had no idea that there was a Mariners fan base in Hawaii. Is there a Mariners fan base in Hawaii? Yep, there is. Now the pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball. Wow. Mariners really do have, they do have a fan base in Hawaii. I wouldn't mind living in Hawaii. Well, Hawaii is expensive, though. We're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be, oh, that's going to get right through for a base hit. Leo Rivas could not get to it. And that is Isaac Paredes who gets on first base with nobody out. I wonder if this was fieldable. It was really out of reach. It's almost like there was nothing he could have really done. Now here's Christian Walker up to the plate. Very dangerous hitter off to a good start. And that's going to be in there for a strike. He was also on my fantasy team last year. He really struggled. He's batting .340. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Christian Walker has a 5-game hitting streak as of now. Now we're at 0-2. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Gentle Snack. Good to see you too. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a check swing foul. Still stuck at 1-2. Now the pitch. Jams him. That's going to be a foul ball. Still fighting. We're at 1-2. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball that gets away. And that's going to be a free bagger for Isaac Paredes. And now you got a runner in scoring position. We're at 2-2. I think after this, maybe you should consider doing the intentional walk because it'll be Carlos Correa, who is known to burn the Mariners. So what I would do is try to get Christian Walker out, and then after that, then try to intentionally walk Carlos Correa. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And at this point, just give it up and just walk him. Not a good inning so far for Emerson Hancock. As we're at 3-2, full count. And now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. It was kind of like, what was the point? And now we've got Carlos Correa up to the plate. You're hoping that you can force a double play, or maybe at best, force a triple play, which would be really nice. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And as Julio, he's going to throw it all the way home. And now we've got the bases loaded. And the worst part of this, there is nobody out. Now we've got bases loaded. It's Cam Smith. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Cam Smith is off to a decent start, batting .273 with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. Mariners could use someone like that. The pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball, and that is fouled. That looked good. Yeah, Cam Smith is one of the leaders in home runs along with Yordan Alvarez. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be, caught by Rivas, diving stop. And that is going to be 1 out. Nice catch by Rivas. Really needed that, preventing possibly 2 runs because Randy Arozarena really has no arm. Nice catch by Rivas. And now we got Loperfido, and now we're going to have a visit. I think it's going to be by Cal Raleigh. Leo Rivas is joining in the conversation. Joey Loperfido is the guy. Now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. And he's going to challenge the call. I mean, Mariners don't exactly pitch well enough to... Oh, and the challenge is gone. Astros have lost all of their challenges. And that is it. Now it's going to be 0-1 for Loperfido. Off to a good start, the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Check swing. Nope, he did not go. I know he did not go. Loperfido is now in center field for the Astros. We're at 2-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's going to be 2 away. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. This is Vasquez up to the plate. Mariners are 1 out away from getting out of this serious bases-loaded jam. Now the pitch. Oh, they're going to challenge it. That was a good challenge by Cal Raleigh. I think it's worth it. Hey, gets in there. And that's going to be 0-2 for Vasquez. Good call by Cal Raleigh. Now we're at 0-2. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Cal Raleigh had to dive for that. And that's going to be 2-2. Emerson Hancock losing a little bit of control. We're at 2-2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a ladder. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And this could score on all 3 runs with Randy Arena's lack of speed. That's already run. They got 2 runs. And I think it's going to be another one. And I think that scored all 3 runs, and it did. And that is going to be a tie ball game off a 2-out, 2-strike, 3 RBI double by Vasquez. And yeah, Emerson Hancock was visibly frustrated. And then you saw Randy Arozarena and his lack of effort, just not running at all. He just took his sweet-ass time just to pick up the freaking ball. And now it's 3-3, and now we're back to Pena, the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And, yep, Astros cannot challenge that one. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball and foul. Like, you knew that the 3 runs that the Mariners scored, it was just not going to be enough. It really wasn't. And I said that the Astros very much got their momentum back. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. As soon as Emerson Hancock gets his 2 strikes, he has 0 control. We're at 1-2. And the pitch. Outside again. Hancock, please throw strikes. And it's going to be his 30th pitch, and Mariners are going to have a bullpen day themselves, too. We're at 2-2. And that's going to be a fly ball, and Julio's going to be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. In a very disappointing inning, the Mariners just cannot hang on to a 3-0 lead. To a 3-0 lead, it's like a 0.5 lead for them. Absolutely disappointing inning. Emerson Hancock, no control. Leo Rivas just getting absolutely abused. Although he made a great diving catch, doesn't matter because Astros got 3 RBI double off of a guy that had 2 strikes against him with 2 outs. And I'm going to say it too. If Randy Arozarena actually hustled, like if he actually hustled, it could have been 3-2. But just watching him run, he's just so lazy. He just jogs to it and doesn't even make a good effort. He is a huge liability in left field. I'm tired of crappy players beating us at I don't blame offense. Yeah, pretty much, Kevin Kirby. SeatGeek is a... And we are back from the break. Oh, Kingdom Fanny Pack Hat Night. I will actually be there. That'll be a fun night. Looking forward to it. Global Credit Union is the one that is sponsoring that. I will be there for the Texas Rangers game. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to Chinatown for that too. Rivas can't play defense. That's why. Here's Crawford. And that's going to be a strike. You should challenge that, JP. Of course he doesn't. We're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike as he just watches another one. He's pretty much just meditating there. JP Crawford on his last year of his contract. We're at 0-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Could have been 2-1 if he had challenged that. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. We're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 1 out. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And a swing and a miss. Like, how much longer can this Mariners offense be just this bad? Like, watching the 2024 team was painful, but I think 26 might be even more painful than this. As we're at 0-1. Oh, yeah, of course. We're going to run that narrative excuse that J.P. Crawford's shoulder has really bothered him. Even without the bad shoulder, he's still bad. That's going to be low for a ball for Cal Raleigh. Even without the injury, he is still really, really bad. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You can just tell that Cal Raleigh is really trying to go for that home run. Living and dying by the home run is exactly what he is trying to do. Now the pitch. Yeah, he's going to challenge that one all right. Yep, that was way out. But does it really matter? Cal is just going to strike out anyway. It was a nice frame job by the Astros catcher, though. As we're at 2-2 for the dumper. Let's see if this turns into a home run. The pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. He didn't have to swing at that. Still stuck, going to be at 2-2. I still hate the ABS. Nah, it opens Pandora's box for the worse. As we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And he jams it. So he popped up. And why are you swinging at that? Can someone remind the Mariners to stop swinging outside the zone so much? Now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And this inning could end really quickly. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And that was a really good pitch for Julio. Cannot believe that he didn't even bother swinging at that. Now here's the 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Julio watches an easy pitch for a strike. Julio chases a bad pitch. Sounds about right. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Oh, check swing, and that's going to be ball one. That one deserves to be strike three. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball. You better run your ass off. Now the throw to first. And that was a good play by the third baseman, Carlos Correa. But Julio just did not hustle. Julio absolutely does not have any speed. He just doesn't hustle. Now we're on commercial break. This is absolutely embarrassing. The Mariners are going up against the worst pitching in all of baseball, the Houston Astros, and they still cannot put up any good runs. And then you see Julio Rodriguez absolutely not hustle at all. This is really painful to watch. So painful, I need a commercial break.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that
We are back from the break, and I just saw a comment. We go, at this point, put Ichiro back in the lineup. I actually have a video related to that, as we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. We're at 2-1. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And that's going to be a foul ball on a 3-2. And the pitch. Inside for ball 4. Take your base. Alvarez will go ahead and walk. Got Altuve up to the plate. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Down goes Jose Altuve. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we got 0-1 for Paredes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. We're at 0-2 for Paredes with Alvarez at first base. And the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, and the throw to first, and that's going to be in time for the double play. Not a good throw by J.P. Crawford, though, but that's going to retire the side. And Badman, I got a video for you about you want Ichiro to play. Well, here you go. Here's a reaction to it.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when
Yeah,
Ichiro
no,
is like 93 years old. I'm like,
I'll agree with
no,
you on that.
no, no, I
Ich-
do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like
no,
Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he
I
gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on.
I
Like
mean,
people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last
it's
year.
gold.
He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what, if you want Ichiro, you have to go through the Chad. And we are back from the break. And here is Josh Naylor. And that is low for a ball. They brought in a new pitcher. This is Weiss. And when you say that, when they say it is a bullpen day, it really is a bullpen day. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner and foul. That was a nice hit by Naylor. Just could not get it any more fair. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. Weiss was in Korea for the last 2 seasons. Aaron Goldsmith is saying. And the pitch. And that gets away. And the pitch. Up high for a ball. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field. Is that going to be enough? Nope. Marine layer, baby. Josh Naylor just barely got under it. It's a nice hit, though. Got Randy Arozarena up to the plate. And the pitch. And that's going to be ball one for Randy Arozarena. Need some big hits by the Mariners desperately. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 2-1 to Randy Arozarena. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Happy Friday. The pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Randy Arozarena gets on board with a single. And now it is going to be Luke Raley up to the plate. Definitely need some action out of him. And no more living and dying by the home runs, huh? And throw back to first. And not in time. Now we got Luke Raley and the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And I wonder if Raley should challenge that one. He should have, but he elected not to. And that's going to be a strike. And that is going to be 0-2. Now we're at 0-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, literally right down the middle, and is not able to make contact. Just absolutely embarrassing and frustrating to watch. I think we have Cole Young up to the plate. I mean, Cole Young is probably one of our only hopes right now on this team because this offense is just absolutely unwatchable. And a pitch. And then, it's going to be a throwback to first. And that's going to be a ball. And they just keep throwing it back to first base against Randy Arozarena. I mean, it's basically the state of the disaster of the Mariners right now. The Ichiro statue, that may have been the bad juju. That's why I didn't like it when the Mariners marketing team was just laughing it off. And that's going to be 1-1 for Cole Young. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2 for Cole Young. Now the pitch is left taking off and foul ball. Mariners are just so obsessed with swinging. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is going to retire the side. Tony, I am not going. I swear, the Mariners are heavily addicted to just swinging at everything. We had an opportunity with Randy Arozarena trying to steal second base, and clearly the pitch was outside the strike zone. You have Cole Young. He is still swinging at it. What is going on? Just the level of frustration is very high throughout this entire game. It's just to the point where just watching this offense, it's just flat out unwatchable. Like, honestly, I feel like I deserve a medal for even dealing with this atrocious offense. Liam Mulholland, how you doing? Yeah, we got coughed up so many runs. It's true. Yeah, I'll take one. Except I don't believe in statues. As a Catholic, I cannot believe in statues. I don't want to indulge on myself. So I'm going to have to pass on that. Yeah, I know, right, Liam? Christian Walker is leading off. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Hancock. And now the pitch. And that's going to obviously be in there for a strike. If that wasn't a strike, I don't know what would have been. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 1-2, missing it. Shaken, not stirred. Yeah, pretty much. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A little better inning so far for Emerson Hancock. And the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike for Carlos Correa. And the pitch. And that's going to be missing it for a ball. Tony says, if we lose this series, I will need a mental break for the M's from a bit. I used to live stream with you. And now here is going to be popped up and bad angling. And Luke Raley makes the catch. Give me 2 outs. Who's that other Mariners dude that's always super pessimistic? Was that Steve you're referring to? Christian, I think you're referring to Steve. He used to live stream with me. He still does. Just hasn't made time. Mental health break. I don't blame you. Cam Smith with 2 outs. Yeah, Steve. Well, he's negative just like me. So what's really the difference and the deal, right? Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. It's going to be 1-1. Now there's going to be a ground ball right to Rivas. Throw to first in time, and that's going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning, and I think that deserves a round of applause.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos autenticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
And we are back from the break. Now here's Dom Canzone. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Mariners have the third best bullpen in all of baseball. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball for Canzone, and he does match up better. Now the pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at the dirt, and that is going to be... it's going to be strike two, and Canzone was just awful plate approaches is all I can say. We're at 2-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. And the pitch, low for a ball for Leo Rivas. Josh Hader has been injured for most of the season. Now the pitch. And it's going to be 2-1. And that's going to be strike two for Rivas. As we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. And it's going to be a full count. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive base hit to right field. And Leo Rivas gets on base with a walk or with a base hit. And now we got J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Well, there goes all my hopes. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 1-1. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Ball 2. And throw back to first, and not even close. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Got 3-1. All for J.P. Crawford. The pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be ball 4. Take your base. And now we got big dumper Cal Raleigh up to the plate. He's going to be on his left side, so this is very opportunistic. 2 men on with dumper. What can possibly go wrong? We're just going to have to see how this goes. And the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And Astros out of challenges, so this is really advantageous for the Mariners. Go Cal Raleigh. Let's get something going. We're at 1-1 for the dumper and the pitch. And that was a strike, and that was his pitch right there, too. How did he not swing at that? As we are at 1-2 for dumper. Let's give the Mariners the lead, shall we? And the pitch. And that's going to be fly ball foul. My softball team is very competitive, I can tell you that. As we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Now here's the fly ball and foul. Yeah, this is opportunistic for the Mariners. Like, you could really burn down the bullpen throughout this series. 1-2. And it's a foul ball. Man, Cal was just We're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Oh, thank goodness that is fouled. For anyone that cares in the WNBA, 10-time star Brittany Griner is going to be signing a 7-year deal, seven-figure deal to join the Connecticut Sun. It's not the Connecticut Sun, it's the Houston Comet. Now the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-2. Now the pitch. Check swing. Please tell me to. Oh. Why are you check swinging things at the dirt? Now we're at 3-2. Another pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball. And nope. And that's going to at least get Leo Rivas to third base. And, cut off. Man, I really felt it. The fans were cheering. Ugh. It's not good. Now here's Julio Rodriguez. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Julio does not necessarily have to hit a home run. He just has to poke a runner in. Maybe give Josh Naylor an opportunity to drive in some runs. Let's have Julio do something. As we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball right field. That's going to be caught by the right fielder. And that is going to retire the side. If I were a Mariners fan right now, I would be showering this team with boos. This is just absolutely just embarrassing to watch. Why is Tino Martinez on a commercial? Car Shield, huh? Tino Martinez. Okay, if you're a Mariners fan, for every inning the Mariners don't score, shower them with boos. I am tired of our fan base just completely kissing up to them when they're producing literally nothing. There needs to be accountability. This is not about being positive or negative. This is about fans holding the team accountable. Boo the team every time they don't score. If you are at the Mariners game right now, for every inning the Mariners don't score, boo them. There needs to be accountability. Yeah, I said it. And we are back from the break. And that's going to be outside for a ball. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. We're at 1-1. Way inside for a ball. We're at 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, 3-1. We're at 3-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be, oh man, that's going to get right through J.P. Crawford. They tried the shift and it completely failed miserably. And now we got a man on first base. Now the pitch. And oh, is that a foul ball? That is a foul ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. We got Gian Geiger. I agree. I'm booing from home. We have less hits off those terrible pitchers as they do in our own park. Just pathetic. We aren't serious at the plate at all. They're really not serious. And the throw to first, and that's going to be not in time. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. It's going to be 2-1. Still no outs, which is really frustrating. Now the 2-1. And that's going to be a strike, and they can't challenge that. Nice frame job by Cal Raleigh. Two and two. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. The 2-2. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 3-2. You got 3-2. Got some action in the bullpen. Eduardo Bizzardo and Gabe Spire. We're at 3-2. Swing and a miss and a throw to second, and that's going to be safe. So that's going to be an out, all right. I don't think it's challengeable. I don't think there's enough evidence. I wouldn't waste that challenge. Yeah, not even close. He didn't even tag him. Cole Young didn't even tag him. Or maybe the helmet. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think he might be out. Could be a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Looks like they are challenging it after all. Yeah, it's all about the helmet. It's not a slow start. It's indifference for most players during the entire game, yeah. Yep, he's out. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul back for Jeremy Pena as we got the top of the order back. Got 2 away, so it was a nice double play. Now the pitch. And it's going to be fouled off the foot, and that is going to be 0-2. Tomorrow I'll be on my 12th show out of 88. We're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cal's going out to have a talk with him. Now the pitch. Oh, inside for a ball. We're at 2-2. The pitch. That's going to be popped up and fouled. He's getting close to 90 pitches. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. Let's get some freaking runs, can we? Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
All right. Did I miss anything? Nope, I did not. I got 9 of you in here, I think. 6 of you. Thank you for being here. While we're on commercial break, best way to help this channel, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also donate to the channel as well. It will really help algorithm and the growth. Really appreciate it. And we are back from the break. Now here is Josh Naylor up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And that could be playable. And no one's going to get that. Now we're at 0-1. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now we got a man on first base. That is Josh Naylor. Randy Arozarena is now up to the plate. Oh, that's going to be way up high for a ball. And the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. And the pitch. Oh, inside. That nearly hit him. At this point, I think Randy should have just took one for the team. As we're at 3-0, and you're probably going to get a strike as well. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Yeah, Randy, that's how arrogant you can be. You were banking on that you were going to walk and did not. He's not challenging it. Why would you challenge that? It was already in the zone anyway. As we're at 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball belted to deep left field, and that is gone in the upper deck. And the Mariners have just taken the lead to make it 5-3 on a mammoth 2-run home run by Randy Arozarena. It is now the Mariners 5 and the Astros 3. And that was just absolutely just crushed to left field. And we've got a brand new ball game. Finally, the Mariners break open. And I believe that is Randy Arozarena's first home run of the season. And that is one way to really get something going. Something that the Mariners hadn't done in over an hour is scoring a run. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Thank you. And also thank you for being a member, Sandra Kong. Very thank you. And if there's anyone else I can join, it's only $5 a month, or go to my Patreon page for $5 a month and get a little bit more out of me. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. So it worked out that Randy Arozarena did not get that walk because it turned into a 2-run home run. Now here's Rayleigh. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Yep, he's gloating all right, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Ball 3. As we're at 3-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Luke Rayleigh, and now it's going to be Cole Young up to the plate. Yeah, Randy, he knew it was gone. He does a sign of the cross. And that's going to be outside for a ball for Cole Young. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Mariners really needed those runs. It was a very dire need. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Don't forget your Twitch chat. I also want to sub. Oh, I'm not really getting any Twitches, am I? Okay, I got to fix that. All right, I'm going to go fix it. And that's going to be a ball. All right, I'm going to address my Twitches because maybe it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like I'm getting a lot of Twitch engagement because it's under Rooftop Sports. Now the pitch. It's going to be ball 4, take your base. Looks like I don't have it. All right, I'm going to get this. I'm going to fix the Twitch. It's like Weiss is done for the day. All right, this Twitch is going to go. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I really do appreciate it. I will fix it. Because it is under the Rooftop Sports, so it should definitely get love in there. All right, let's get this fixed. All right, let's see if Twitch is on there. All right, let's see if it's turned on. Yep, it should be going. It is live. Hawks420, I am here. Thank you for letting me know. Yep, I am back on. I'm sorry. It was just I had to change my name. So I guess it got me all disconnected. So it should be working right now, I think. Yep, it's working right now. All right, it's back on. Thank you for reminding me. So what do you guys like about Twitch so much? Especially you, Taryn Anderson. Tell me about it. I want to know. Very curious about it. And we are back from the break. I see. Well, try to get more people onto my Twitch. I'm trying to get that thing growing. Now we've got Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-0 for Canzone. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. JP France is now on the mound. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be foul ball. We're at 1-2. And that's going to be low for a ball. And throw back to first, and it is not in time. We're at 2-2 for Canzone. And the pitch. Up high, and that's going to... Oh, my gosh. He's going to be out, way out by a mile. Yep, he was out of the base path anyway, and that's going to be 2 outs. Cole Young gets himself out. Ugh, that was just brutal. I guess Cole Young doesn't really have that kind of speed. Yep, and he was off the bag, unfortunately. Got 2 outs. And that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. Leo Rivas is now up to the plate, hoping that he can do some damage for the Mariners. Now we're at Rivas. Now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. It's going to be 2-0. Looks like they're working the count better in this inning. Three balls and no strike for Rivas. And that's going to be up high for ball 4. Three straight walk by the Mariner hitters. It's just too bad that Cole Young got thrown out. Now it's J.P. Crawford, and that's going to be in there for a strike. It's the 7th batter this inning for the Mariners. And now it's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throw to first, and that's going to be in time. But at least the Mariners do get some runs, but they really should have gotten more. Like, J.P. Crawford's really just proving himself out of the job, out of the team. Nice home run by Randy Arozarena to give the Mariners a 2-run lead. But however, bad base running by Cole Young and J.P. Crawford with 2 men on. He is just absolutely useless. He is proving himself out of the team. I bought bits, Twitch donation currency to spend on your channel, but you don't have them enabled. Typical. How about this? Donate to my YouTube channel because I did see you on my YouTube. So try to do that. My YouTube channel, you can actually support me. Here, I will provide it in the link. Either go to my YouTube channel, which I'll give you the access right now. If you really want to donate to this channel, because I'm not monetized. That's a thing. So I'd rather just, if you're gonna help, then help through here or help through my Patreon page. That's gonna be the other effective way of doing it. Or you can go on my Venmo account. There's another way of doing it. And I'll even, yeah, so those are the best 2 ways to donate. Or you can subscribe to my channel to do it $5 a month. There's other ways to do it. Emerson Hancock is done after 88 pitches. I think that's fair. Don't really have a problem with it because he was struggling throughout the game pretty much. Gabe Spires now on the mound as he has taken over. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a blooper, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Now we got a man on first base. Altuve is now up to the plate. Fans continue to boo like they always do and always will. Kind of does get old, to be honest with you. It just shows that you're living you're just letting Altuve live rent free in your head. It's gonna be about just trying to get him out. Now the pitch. And that's gonna be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's gonna be popped up. And Julio should be there. And he makes the catch. '50 season celebration. Alex Rodriguez might actually be there. And there we go. Thank you for doing that. Thank you very much for doing that, Anderson. Really appreciate it. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the magic number is 45. The goal is always $50 a day, or $50 per game. As we got Isaac Paredes, and now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That may have hit him, and he's going to go to second base. Gabe Spires kind of struggling with his control a little bit. One out and 2-1, as they say. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Christian Walker, who could really turn this around for the Astros with just one swing of the bat. Astros are no joke on the offense. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. It's going to be 0-2 on Christian Walker. Yeah, Astros are absolutely no joke. They are one of the best offenses in all of baseball. They don't mess around. Now we're at 0-2 for Christian Walker. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1 and 2. And that's going to be low for a ball. We're at 2 and 2. Now the pitch. And it's going to be missing it for a ball. 3 and 2. Bizzardo's in the bullpen. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be a double play ball. Nice play by Cole Young to throw to first. That's going to be in time for the double play. And the Mariners get out of another jam. By Cole Young is able to get him out. He's been one of the leaders, one of the best defensive second basemen in all of baseball himself. Mariners were on a jam, had runners on first and second, but then Cole Young ended it with a double play. Commercial break still going on, especially the Mariners commercials. And we are back from the break. Here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Now the pitch. It's going to be way inside for a ball. Mariners are in desperate need of insurance runs, that's for sure. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That nearly hit him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. Cal Raleigh's going to get on base with a nice walk. Now here is Julio Rodriguez. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be sailing foul. Definitely needed that to be foul because that could have been an ugly double play. Now we're at 0-1 the pitch, and he reaches it, and that's going to be a foul ball. Really did not understand the swing of that from Julio Rodriguez. It was just a very unnecessary swing. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Alvarez makes the catch, unfortunately, and that's going to be 2 away. Or 1 away. And that's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1 for Josh Naylor. Now we're at 0-1 for Naylor. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. And that's going to be, foul ball. And that nearly, just barely missed it. And that's going to be throw back to first and not in time. And oh my gosh, strike 3 called. Now we got Randy Arozarena up to the plate. He is 2 for 2, hitting very well. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. We're at 0-1. Now here's a Arozarena, the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And at the throw to second. And that is going to be in time to get the dumper out. And that's going to be out number 3. We're going to go into the 7th inning. And it is still 5-3 Mariners. They got to keep that up. Whew. Lost opportunity inning. Mariners still continue to leave men on base. And we are back from the break. It's going to be the top of the 7th inning. Mariners are holding a 5-3 lead, but can that really last? Now it's going to be Eduardo Bizzardo on the mound. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball to Carlos Correa. And the pitch. And he's going to challenge it, but I don't know about this one. I don't think it's going to I don't know if I would have challenged this one. I know it's right on the spike, but I don't know. Oh, he gets it. That's going to be 1-2. Great challenge day for Cal Raleigh. Now we're at 1-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a blooper. No, it's going to be a popped up. And Julio Rodriguez makes the catch. Oh, for just $20. How about for $0 plus maybe donations? Just live stream onto my channel. I'll get you the play-by-play. The pitch to Cam Smith. And that's going to be a strike. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-2. And the pitch. Wow, the Twins won 8 challenges in one game. I had no idea. The pitch. That's going to be a ball. And the pitch. It's going to be popped up and fouled. And the pitch. Low for a ball. The pitch. It's going to be popped up. And that should be Luke Raley. Makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. One and one. And that's going to be popped up again, and that should be easy play. Julio makes the catch, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Everyone get up on your feet. It's time to sing. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because they have a 5-3 lead. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. Hello. Oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Louis. Oh, Louis said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she's waiting for me. No, she's not. Catch a ship across the sea, and I'll ship all alone. We never think that I'll make it home. Louis. No. We gotta go. Oh, and Luke Raley gets hit. And that's going to be man on first base. And it's going to be up to Cole Young to see if he can do some damage. Because he's been having a good defensive game. So let's see what he can do. And now we've got Cole Young up to the plate. Mariners have drawn 9 walks. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And Luke Raley's going to go to third base, and there's going to be no throw to third cut off. And that is going to be runners on first and third. Nice hit by Cole Young. And now the next batter up to bat is going to be Dom Canzone up to the plate. It was a nice base hit by Cole Young to advance the runners. Now here's Canzone up to the plate. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be fouled again. Fly ball can do it. Let's do it, Canzone. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. He's still hanging at 0-2. Dom Canzone. I know. I like that touch right there. Can't blame you for it. Now, that was a little awkward moment. Wonder how that went. Now the pitch. Oh, that gets away, and that should be scoring in the run and the throw to the plate. No, not in time. Cole Young is going to score, and that's going to be 7-3. Mariners on a wild pitch RBI by Leo Rivas. And that's just missing it. Well, I guess Dom Canzone can do it after all. That's ball 4. Take your base. Astros, of course, out of challenges. Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's go ground ball and just fouled. Canzone at third and Rivas at first base. Now that the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, and that's going to be 0-2. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. Here comes another run, and Rivas is going all the way to third base. And the Mariners keep adding it on to make it 8-3 on an RBI single by J.P. Crawford. 8-3 Seattle. It's a nice hit. It was not hit very hard, but it still got the job done. Now here is big dumper Cal Raleigh. He could really still put some more. And there is no outs, by the way. Now the pitch. Oh, that's going to be a foul ball. I really thought he was going to get a. I thought he was definitely going for it. It was really clear. That's going to be outside for a ball. Another pitcher coming is going to be warming up in the bullpen. And that's going to be a strike. Did the Mariners wake up at... That's just weird. Why am I... That's going to be 2-2. We're at 2-2. Oh, inside for a ball. That nearly hit him. Mariners have drawn 10 walks. We're at 3-2 for the dumper. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be, diving stop, and it's going to be a throw to Cal Raleigh, but that's going to get a run in to make it 9-3 Mariners. So Cal Raleigh's at least able to get some RBIs. Mariners putting up 9 runs. Insurance runs are critical, and it is helping the Mariners a lot. And there's Julio up to the plate, and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. It's like all 9 batters have scored. Impressive. Now the 0-1. And that's going to be a strike. We're at 0-2 for Julio. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. The chant of Julio gets louder. Now we're at 0-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Chant of Julio still getting loud. Definitely need some more runs. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. So the Kraken are that close. We're at 2-2 for Julio. The pitch. Way outside for a ball. And this time it was obvious. Three balls and 2 strikes, full count. Crawford's at second base. The pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field and just fouled. Julio really had that one. We're at 3-2 still. What does Julio got in him? The 5th inning home run really was impactful. Now it's the 3-2. Now the pitch. And strike 3 called. And how did Julio... Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, that was a good pitch. You should have swung at that, you moron. It was right there. Yes, I'm going to call Julio names because he strikes out. That's all he does. Now here is Naylor up to the plate, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be a strike. Oh, that's going to be foul ball. And that's going to be still foul. 0-2. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss at the dirt for strike 3. So you've had Cal Raleigh getting out, but he got an RBI in there. But then you had Julio striking out and then Naylor striking out. Now it's going to retire the side. Well, that was a nice explosion by the Mariners offense. 4 runs in, but then Julio and Josh Naylor alone just had to kill the momentum. I'm really concerned about both of them.
Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food, come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you.
And we are back from the break. They're talking about Kate Anderson, who was absolutely just dominant today. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the 2-2. Now here's going to be a line, and that's going to be a base hit dropping in. Wilcox is the new pitcher, by the way, for anyone that's wondering. And that's going to be a strike. We're at 0-1. And the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. Now here's going to be ground ball going right through for a base hit. Now you I know the Mariners have a big lead, but you still want to put them away quickly. You do not want to give them any kind of momentum to make any kind of a comeback. You just don't want that to happen. Mariners are hoping not having to use Brash, but it could happen if Houston does something of damage. You just never know. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Oh, now here's going to be a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one. A huge home run by Yordan Alvarez, a 3-run home run, and it is now the Mariners 9 and the Astros 6. And good thing the Mariners really did have that huge inning in the 7th inning. Otherwise, Mariners would have been down by 1. Oof. Just absolutely just blasted. And I said it. I did warn them that even though they have a big lead, the Astros are very capable of making a huge comeback, and Alvarez just completely just bombed it. It was just blasted out of there. No doubt about it. Yep, Brash is definitely not getting a day off, I can tell you that. Now here's Jose Altuve up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. And that's going to be up high for a ball. You really don't want to use Brash and Munoz, so the Mariners are going to have to get some more insurance runs, that's for sure. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a high chopper right to Crawford. Throw to first. And that is going to be out barely. And I wonder if the Astros are going to challenge this. It was very close. Let's see what the play was. Just barely got him out. Nice play by Crawford. Looks like Matt Brash might make his way out in the bullpen. Pete Woodworth is now having a chat just so to give some more time for Matt Brash. Now the pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. That's going to be popped up and fouled. Oh, and that hits him, and Paredes is going to go on first base. And I think you would get Matt Brash in there. But no one could have predicted that this was going to happen. So not exactly an ideal situation for the Mariners. Tying run is on deck. So they are going to take him out. Matt Brash will be coming on. Was not a good outing by Wilcox as he gave up a 3-run bomb to Yordan Alvarez, which really did not help at all. Still commercial break. And we are back from the break. Matt Brash is now in the bullpen, or he has just come out from the bullpen. Yeah, let's not blow this because blowing a 9-3 lead would be very embarrassing. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike to Christian Walker. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and no, it's not going to be a swing. It's going to be outside for a ball, 2-1. And the pitch. Here's going to be a ground ball. Could be double play ball. Go to second. Go to first. And that's going to be in time for the double play. And that's going to retire the side. But, however, Mariners now only have a 3-run lead thanks to that huge home run by Yordan Alvarez. Oh, boy. It just gets more intense. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful paintbrush.
Still on commercial break at the moment, and Mariners are gonna have to come up with a big inning. They need more of that insurance runs. And we are back from the break. Itchy head. And now we got Arozarena up to the plate. Could use another home run from him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Arozarena goes down on strikes. And that's going to be low for a ball to Luke Raley. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to the gapper. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. And now you got Luke Raley going to second base on a 1-out double. Luke Raley's been playing very well today. Got to give him credit for that. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be 2 outs. But Raley should be at third base, and he is. Canzone's now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. Oh, that's going to be popped up, and that's not going to get anything done. And he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. Last try for the Astros, but they still have a pretty solid shot, knowing the Mariners and all. Wouldn't feel exactly overconfident about this because they got runners. What? There's a commercial for Cal. Okay, what is this? Larry Bernandez? But they're going to know that's Cal Raleigh anyway. Al Bali? What the? Yeah, they're going to figure that out eventually anyway. No, Denali, sorry. But you can keep asking. And now Munoz is back on, is going to be on the mound as we are back from the break. Carlos Correa is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike as we are in the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be a tough one, especially against those Astros. Oh, upside, and that nearly got him. That would have hurt if that got him, too. Now the pitch. And that's going to be just barely fouling. That was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is going to be 1 out. You got Correa to chase all right. Now the pitch. That is ball 1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left center field. And a Rosarena should be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. They're telling you to get up. Mariners 1 out away from snapping an embarrassing losing streak. It was a 5-game losing streak. Now the pitch. And that gets away, and that's going to be a ball. And it's too bad that the Mariners really did waste all their they had to waste Munoz today. He didn't really make that much. Okay, so he caught a pop-up. Ooh. Yeah, let's give him a participation trophy for making a catch, a routine catch. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be missing it. Cal's going to challenge it. Just missing it. Mariners have 1 challenge remaining. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And it's going to be 3-1. Now the pitch. And that is strike 2, and it's game time. Oh, yeah, of course. He hit well, but his defense is still bad. Not going to change that. All right, so it's 3-2. Mariners have a 9-6 lead behind great hitting by Randy Arozarena. Dom Canzone got something in. A lot of walks. Now the 3-2, and that's going to be a foul ball on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Mariners are 1 strike away from that Game 1 victory. Now 3-2, and that's going to be fouled again. They are still continuing to fight that off. And now it comes down to this 3-2. Oh, ball 4. Cal, want to challenge it? Nope, he's not going to challenge it. I think he should have challenged that one, but that's just me. No, he wouldn't have. Even the tracer wouldn't have done it. Now it's going to be Taylor Trammell, the former Mariner. Oh, yeah, they were once packaged together. The pitch up high for a ball. And Taylor Trammell, don't underestimate him. He can still kill you with 1 swing of the bat. Last season, he batted .197 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Looks like we're having a meeting on the mound, too. Now we're at 1-0. Oh. Now we're at 1-0 for Taylor Trammell. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball, and this is going longer than it really should. And 3-0. We're at 3-0. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Jeremy Payne is up to the plate, so if the Mariners can't get Trammell out, it's going to get dangerous because you're going to have Pena and Alvarez coming up. Now the 3-1. And ball 4, take your base. And we got the tying run with Jeremy Pena, and you really want to get him out because if you don't, you're going to have Alvarez coming up to the plate. And that's where it will get very dangerous. Yeah, this is where it gets scary. Now the pitch. Low for a ball, and Munoz once again cannot throw strikes. As we're at 1-0. Pena with runners in scoring positions, 1 for 9, but that can change anytime. Now the 1-0. Inside that nearly got him. Okay, Pete Woodworth or Dan Wilson, you got to get up there. You got to talk to him, or you better have Matt Brash warming up because this is getting very frustrating. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, but that might... Nope, that's not going to bring runners at all. It's going to be 2-1. As we're at 2-1. Alvarez is on deck. That's where it gets dangerous. And the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike, and it's game time, but we are still, this game is still far from over, knowing Munoz's complete volatility style of pitching, where he has been missing strikes, only barely over half of his pitches have been strikes. Actually, less than them have been strikes. Now the 2-2 comes down to this, and the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and that should be a force out. And it is, and the ball game is over. Great fielding by Leo Rivas, and the Mariners finally they finally break the streak, a 5-game losing streak on a 9-6 victory. Credit those. I believe the winning pitcher is going to go to Emerson Hancock will go with the victory. I believe so. And then great hitting by Randy Arozarena, who hit the 2-run home run, which really helped. J.P. Crawford got a single. Cole Young even he scored on a wild pitch. Cal Raleigh at least got an RBI. And Emerson Hancock now goes to 2-1. Gave up 3 earned runs, however. And Munoz, he gets the save. Yep, that's a good way to respond after scoring 9 runs. Especially when they couldn't even barely score against the Texas Rangers. Well, anyways, that's going to be it. I am taking off. Everyone, thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow for the Mariners game. And the game is going to be, I believe, at 6:40. I got to double check. Game's at 6:40, and I will be here. I'll be back. And everyone, have a good night. Go Mariners. Hold on. I gotta put this out. All right. Everyone, good night. What a win for the Mariners. If you intend to go to the next Mariners game or any event, use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off the purchase. And go Mariners.